What's up, guys, and welcome back to Time Vision Talks. My name is Mustafa, and today I'm joined with
Fike, Eunice.
And studies show that edible insects may reduce inflammation, improve your gut health, and help develop your brain. Today we're talking about eating insects. So basically the rundown is that insects per gram, are more beneficial for you rather than, the regular meat that we've been eating, beef and chicken.
I agree.
So I got this little infographic here for you guys.
Okay.
Per 200 calorie serving, crickets have 31 grams of protein, while 90% lean beef has 22 grams, and salmon has 20 grams. Fat content, cricket has 8.1 grams, and lean beef has 11.2, and salmon has 13.4. So that's already more protein and less fat. Also has, omega 1.8 grams of omega 3, 7.2 grams of fiber, and not mentioning that they're also better for the environment. It's 2019, everyone's caring about the environment. We gotta go green, you know what I mean?
Go green. It's true though.
Per, for crickets compared to beef, they only need 2 pounds of feed to raise.
You spit too much facts. You're telling me eating insects has more protein than eating lean beef?
And it's better for the environment to farm them compared to the.
So there's a lot of benefits to insects. So that's clearly what all these studies are showing us. Is that what it is?
That's what it is, man. You need less food. You need less water. And farming cows is one of the biggest problems of greenhouse gases that we have right now. The amount of CO2 emissions that farming cows do.
That's like global warming
to the environment. It's a crazy amount. It's one of the leading factors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for eating bugs and all that stuff. It's just that I don't know. It's just so much so controversial. Like you never thought that at one point you'd be eating bugs. Like it just sounds disgusting. But from a bit of research, I did learn that you don't actually even have to eat the bugs in bug form. Like you can ground it up, make it into a powder, and do all these different things.
Cook it, season it, whatever.
But
Make
but this
nice,
is literally,
bro.
salt meat. You can salt me and some cricket powder, bro.
What are you seasoning? What are you cooking? It's so small. You need.
That's why you have so many of them. Think about it.
Yeah, I need such a huge quantity to eat something decent that will get you full, right?
But the thing is, you can actually have that quantity with bugs. If you think about it, there's billions and billions, if not trillions, probably trillions of bugs.
Yeah.
But in comparison to let's say cows, like Mustafa was saying, that you have to raise the cows, you have to farm them, and there's so many CO2 emissions. I think it was a ridiculous number. I think between 40 to 50% of CO2 emissions are because of us farming cows specifically. So now let's say if you just eliminate that could potentially eliminate such a big issue currently, which is global warming and all these things, which obviously are affecting the earth and humans at the end. So, I mean, going forward, looking at it from that perspective, it does seem realistic as to why bugs are the food of the future.
I would say it's because of that. It's a good idea to reduce all the CO2 emissions and help the planet. But I'm gonna let other people do it. I'm not gonna eat bugs.
Why not? Why not? What's stopping you?
For me, honestly, it's just that initial reaction of eating bugs.
It's disgusting, though. But that's why they ground them up. That's why it's
So here's the thing.
Don't worry about it.
So here's the thing.
That's why they ground them up.
We haven't tried any bugs. Have you tried anything?
No, I mean, apparently when I was a kid, when I was a really small kid, when you don't remember anything, I used to crawl around and eat insects and stuff. Yeah, so I guess I have, but these are stories my mom tells me. I don't know. I haven't tried.
What did they say? What did they say you ate?
Bro, I don't know. It was back home, Pakistan living. I don't know, probably some ants, probably some. But the thing is, the ants are kind of big too, so it's I was eating the big kind, not even the regular kind.
So we haven't tried anything yet, and we might try something after we're done filming. We're gonna see if we can find some crickets to eat.
That's you guys. That's you guys.
Come on, Eunice. I know you have it in you, brother.
So tune in to the end of the video if you want to see that one.
Alright.
But back to this topic.
So you would actually eat insects. Now, what would you eat? What's the kind of insect that you would eat?
So here's the thing. I haven't tried it yet. So if it tastes good, I'll eat it. If it's a chocolate covered cricket or
That's a good one.
They have those.
I love chocolate, but you can't tease me like that. That's not. You can't fool me like that.
They have those.
You know what it is though? Sorry to cut you off, but it's just that sort of initial push that we have to go towards this sort of resource for protein. Because if you think about it, like even with sushi, for example, at a certain point, like sushi apparently when it's like natural form and the proper way it's made is like it's raw. You're eating raw fish,
Yeah.
right? I know you're shaking your head because you probably don't eat it, but
You
a
know
lot
I
of
like
people
sushi.
out there do eat sushi.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, even when sort of that trend, let's just say it came to North America from like Japan or like East Asia, is that okay? Who the hell eats like raw fish wrapped
Yeah.
in like seaweed? But now it's like a trend. Everyone's going out to eat sushi. So I feel like right now, just because of the timing of where we are, like that's why we're not doing it. But who knows? Maybe our ancestors were eating bugs from before. Like, who knows?
And there are
Instead of
many
just always
countries-
hunting if they couldn't find
Yeah.
It's
like
true.
big herd or
and like
whatever it is.
right now, there are many countries that primarily eat bugs, and like from our point of view, we don't fully know how to prepare it. You know what I mean? So we
It's
can't-
foreign to us. But right now, there's a lot of bug restaurants opening and stuff too. No.
Yeah.
So there is a shift.
So what are some kind of insects that are out there that people eat?
So
Cricket.
I know
the,
crickets is one,
the
right?
crickets, grasshoppers, cockroaches, like that's a like on the line for me. I don't know if I would eat a cockroach.
No.
But
I mean, at this
beetles,
point, they're all bugs.
the beetles, you know,
Worms.
worms.
Worms are a really big one.
Worms is huge, yeah.
People eat worms.
They're like noodles.
Worms are not like noodles.
They will be when it's a proper.
But you're
serving.
right though. The first wave, it is like always looked down upon. Like what is this? And then
Yeah.
like it picks up like health factors come in, trends. Maybe put a couple of celebrities.
Yeah.
Ibaka's doing his thing. So I don't know. I feel like in a short future, yeah, it might be a thing. I think there's like.
I think it'll be like a short and long term. I think it's gonna be a whole shift towards it. And honestly, if you think about it though, like if bugs are in such abundance in comparison to some of these other like protein sources, like we could probably help curb like world hunger if that's still an issue in that time, you know?
Yeah.
Or it could be a cause of us like leading to like helping solve that issue. Because like I mentioned, if you're farming them in such large scale, it's way easier to do it. You can have so many more people eating these things, which is honestly good for their health. And on top of that, you're getting like proper food to eat.
Yeah.
You know, so that could be another aspect of it as well. Because right now, like, if you think about it, all these protein sources, which are like chicken, the main ones at least that we have in our society right now, like chicken, beef,
Right.
whatever sort of other meats you eat, fish.
Yeah.
These are scarce, you know. Like at a certain point, we won't be able to keep farming these
Yeah,
things
yeah,
without having the negative effect that we already are.
Yeah.
And because of that reason, a lot of people aren't even getting to these sort of protein sources, like these foods, because sometimes some people can't afford it. Like it's not cheap. This is actually a cheap alternative, which has all these benefits. So if you're able to afford it and get the proper nutritional balance or these nutritional sort of like benefits, then it does make sense to go towards that. Doing it is a completely different thing. Like I may be saying I'm down to eat bugs right now, but maybe as soon as I see that cricket, you know, I might not be. But I feel like that's just a personal thing everyone has to go through.
And obviously, like you said, because of the huge quantity of like the amount of bugs that we have, like eating them and like them being extinct is obviously not part of the problem at all.
No. I think bugs are the only ones that are like they survive what, like nuclear bombs and stuff.
Yeah,
bro. they go into everything.
As far as them, like they breed much quicker and their species grow to adulthood much quicker, and you can farm them on a massive amount because there's just so many of them to exist in the first place.
That's crazy.
And you can farm them in a small place. You don't need a whole factory farm for cows. You can just have like a small desk at your home. That's your own personal cricket farm.
Oh my god.
That you can farm yourself
We're
and
jumping the gun now.
you have your own supply of crickets. That's what it is.
I like my chicken though.
And like that's one of the biggest things that we need to overcome is the taste and the culture, you know. Chicken, beef, burgers, you know, fried chicken, like these are all big parts of people's culture that they've eaten for a long time. Turkey, you know, Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? So all these things are just like soon there's probably gonna be like cricket burgers or cricket hot dogs, you know.
I think there already are.
There's gonna be patties made of, you know, minced
I can't even imagine
cricket
what that
meat, you know.
is. Yeah.
Might have to slide you a random burger and just be like, got that from McDonald's or something.
No, I don't know. Do you think there'll be a difference? There's obviously a huge difference in the taste. Like what does it taste like? Do people like?
I guess you won't know until you find out.
So here's the thing with the taste, you know, like they can do anything with the taste these days. They're making vegan burgers, and like I had
that's
one.
Yeah,
true,
vegan
that
burgers
is
actually
true.
taste like real burgers.
You know,
yeah.
So like, taste is just something they can manipulate. That's just some taste buds in your tongue. They can manipulate that with anything.
I feel like ignorance is key with that kind of thing. Like if you act, like you said, if you feed me like an insect without telling me, and you tell me
like
something
it?
else, I might, and if it tastes alright, I might just be like, yo, what is this?
Hey, what if I told you it was a cricket sandwich? How would you feel? What would be your reaction?
If it tastes alright, I might just be like, yo, that wasn't bad at all. And then if my psyche tricks me into like feeling bad, then I might just.
Okay, so what if it was cheaper?
I might just barf. Huh?
What if it was cheaper? Like in that condition where it tasted good, it's not bad, compared to a regular beef burger, it's cheaper.
Let's say you're paying $6 for a burger, but you're paying $1 for like a cricket burger.
Yeah,
$2 for a cricket
It's
burger.
that much cheaper.
Times
And
are
it's
rough.
and it's healthier. It's better.
It's healthier, better for you, and
it tastes just as good, or nearly as good. Let's just say.
Times are rough right now. I might switch up real quick.
As students, let's be the student.
But it is cheaper though.
Life.
I would think it would be, because like it's just so much more food and water and space to raise a cow compared to like raising crickets.
But cows give us milk too.
You never heard of cricket milk?
Alright guys, that's it for today. We discussed talking about insects. Let us know in the comments, what would you do? Do you eat crickets, or would you? What do you think about the benefits nutritionally and the benefits for the environment?
Yeah,
Thank you guys. My name is Mustafa, and I've been with
Fike.
Eunice.
Peace.